Hello, welcome to Trianimes, another weekly roundup of AMIAMI figure pre-orders this week. This will be from the 1st to the 6th of July, 2024. Like usual, the links for all these figures will be in the description down below. We've got quite a few figures to cover that I've picked out today, and we'll blitz through them. I'll spend more time on the figures that I think are a bit more interesting and a bit more appealing, at least, to get a hold of, to potentially pre-order for you. But we'll just quickly go through these, or as fast as I can. If you could please comment, like, and subscribe as well if you're enjoying, if you like this series of videos, at least keep you up to date with AMIAMI figure pre-orders. Kin Mirai Nekomata Miyu 1/6 by Bibi Buttons for 23,400 yen. Sort of big box standard figure. Sort of very nice sculpting on this. Not much else really to say on it. Looks like it is cast off where you can take the shorts off. That's about it. So it's not fully cast off, which is fine. But yeah, not too bad. Ying Mo illustration by Kishi Yasuri 1/7 by Hobby Sakura for 28,800 yen. Coming out in April 2025. Yep, very nice looking figure. Look like the sculpt work going on here. She's very well proportioned as well for this figure. Yep, quite good looking figure by Hobby Sakura. Definitely one of the better sculpted ones from Hobby Sakura as well. The singer Liu Tianyu by A Dimension for 32,945 yen. This one's got exceptional sculpt work and paint work going on in it, and there's a lot of extra detailing going on this, so thus the price being very high. But is a very unknown manufacturer. It's coming out in March 2025. Muma Kumurasaki bunny version illustration by Ascendia for 6,600 yen. Bit more of a unique bunny suit, sort of bunny suit / vampire succubus with these wing bits. So I do like the design, very shiny. And is a 1/6 size, but it's from a Chinese manufacturer. It seems like kind of like Bear Panda as well, and the other Chinese manufacturers we've covered up before. So this is a good price, but you'll have to see how. I'll probably wait till this comes out in December 2024 and wait for people to get it into their hands and post pictures on MFC. Fantasy Star Online 2 ES Blue by Ami Amakuni, 23,100 yen. Coming out in January 2025. Nice sculpt, nice paintwork, pretty nice overall. Original character Imp 1/7 scale by Hobby Sakura for 23,470 yen. This one is a non-cast offable figure. There are two versions. Her in a pink outfit, as seen here. The sculpt work looks pretty good. Obviously well endowed figure as well, succubus themed figure, or imp I guess you would say, and then you've got her in the black attire as well. The outfit's black. That's pretty much the only difference. Everything's going to be identical with this too, it's just the different outfit colours. Same price, January 2025 for both. Pop-Up Parade, One Punch Man, Speed of Sonic by Good Smile, 4,320 yen. Finally got a Speed Sonic figure. I don't think there are any others like scale figures of Speed Sonic, so at least he's finally got a figure. He's definitely one a lot of people like Speed of Sonic, being Saitama's self-proclaimed adversary. Martian successor Nadesco Ruri Hoshino bunny version 1/6 with freeing for 19,800 yen. So it's the third 1/6 scale freeing figure we've seen. Last week I covered two of those that came out for pre-order. So we'll just have to see how these 1/6 ones are. If they're going to be more re-releases, or if they are going to be more unique designs. Hopefully they're not re-release of the quarter scales that they've already produced over the years. I prefer them to be different, unique designs at this sort of 20,000 yen, which is where they seem to settle at price-wise. And we've got Hatsune Miku GT Project, Racing Miku 2021 Vacation style by Wonderful Works for 26,810 yen. This one, I like the the shading going on here, going from the blues to sort of a light, very light green and white. And yeah, I like the sculpting going on very well, nice. Probably definitely one of the more interesting Mikus, but there are several other Mikus that have got this vacation aesthetic going on, or style going on. So there are lots of other Miku figures if you prefer those, but I'll check pre-orders for those. Kidako, Oshinoko Ai and Aqua and Ruby, Mother and Children 1/8 by Kadakawa, 15,800 yen. Good price. Paintwork looks fine. It's got Kadakawa of really good with their painting on these figures, and it's good price as well overall. Yeah, and I like the sculpt work. It looks perfectly fine for the price. February 2025. Toho Project Lunar Dial Sakurai by Magi Arts for 24,500 yen. This one I like a lot as well. I like the sculpt work. The base, like Clockwork Dial, is fine. It's not as good as other figures that have had Clockwork Dials, but looks fine. The dress and the outfit is what you'll be purchasing this for, because the blues and whites and the sculpting looks amazing for this figure, and the overall pose is amazing as well. So very good looking figure. Azure Lane Centaur Beachside Undyne 1/6 by Daiki Kogyo, 40,700 yen. This one is awfully expensive. Movable parts at your own risk. So it's beach towel and pack. So this one is insanely expensive. Base, pretty simple effect part, water effect. Nothing else looks super amazing really. Not worth 40,000 yen, unfortunately. They are way overcharging this one. Probably closer to 24,000 yen, I'd say, for this. So I would not even bother buying this one. Nier Automata 9S by Proof for 23,560 yen, coming out in January 2025. This one you get swappable faceplates, and there's a very dynamic base going on here. So this is actually definitely one of the more unique Nier Automata figures. I like this a lot. That I think justifies the price now that I think about it. I think Proof could be a bit hit and miss though. So I don't own any of their figures, but we'll have to see what they. I would probably wait for this to come out and actually get released, and see when people get this into their hands on MFC. And we've also got 2B as well, same sort of styling, same price, December 2024. So this one's actually sooner. I like the base. I like the sword going in behind her. Yeah, this is a very nice looking figure as well, and I love the staircase that she's climbing. Yeah, nice looking figure. Definitely one of the better 2B figures to potentially purchase. Pop-up Parade Hololive Gura 4,950 yen, January 2025. I think this might be a re-release, because I think she already has a pop-up parade, or it's the Nendroid I might be thinking of actually. Yep, there's a Gura figure. I don't watch Gura, but I know she's very popular. It's potentially worth getting a hold of if you want the pop-up parade. Kidako Goblin Slayer 2 High Elf Archer 1/7 by Kadakawa for 24,500 yen, March 2025 release. Her outfit shading looks really good in this one. The hair's a bit off-putting, I think, with it being a very sort of slimy lime green and semi-transparent, so I don't like the hair, but apart from that, everything else looks perfect. Outfit, the sculpting on the outfit and everything looks really good. It's just the hair that ruins this figure for me overall. So it depends on the person. You might like it. I quite don't mind it, but I wouldn't be purchasing it for this. If I was much better at painting, I probably would repaint the hair myself, potentially. Kedakawa Steins Gate Zero Kurisu Makima, 1/7, 28,200 yen, March 2025 release. This is very similar to the Steins Gate figure that you can see in the background, where you've got these sort of displays going on. So I think this one's potentially worth getting hold of if you missed out on that one. I still think that one's better overall. This one is, I think that one's actually was a bit cheaper than this Kurisu figure, but this one's a very nice one as well. Definitely one of the better ones, but it is more pricey. but the base is definitely obviously more dynamic and whatnot. There's 2 versions of this one as well. You've got one that has got light up, so you can with the LED light up feature. So that'll just be the screens that light up, probably just some LEDs, and then they got some film going through to show that going through. Let's have a look at some of the photos. So only if you display her at night or in a darker room, you would notice it. So that's for about 1,000 odd yen. Yeah, about 1,000 yen difference. So maybe spend an extra 1,000 and just get the LED light feature anyways. You know, for not much more. Both very good figures. Sword Art Online, Alicization War of Underworld, Asuna Yuki in a shirt, by Hobby Stock for 17,100 yen. There's 2 versions of her. There's also her in a black top as well. Pretty simple, probably a bit too much money for it, to be honest. And there have been other figures of her in this similar, based on the same art, I think, as well. For her sitting on this plush bag in a t-shirt, button-up t-shirt. So I think this is either a re-release or it's just based on the same artwork. Shinobi Master Senra Kagura, New Link Gecko Bunny version, quarter scale by Freeing, 40,700 yen, March 2025. Does not list this one as a cast-off like other Senra and Kagura figures that have been released in the past by Hobby Stock or Hobby Sakura. They've done quarter scales as well, which have been cast off. It's different colouring, different style of bunny suit, but it's just a bog standard Freeing bunny. Looks fine, but the price is obviously Shu Yami Summer version 1/7 by Any Color for 31,900 yen. July 2025. There's a series of these. Looks like they're all from the same brand. By Niji Sanji, so they're all VTubers. This is a lineup of VTubers, which seem to be a bit pricey, but I think the overall design and the sculpting look pretty good, but I've never heard of Any Color. So I don't know, I probably wouldn't purchase any of these, but we'll quickly look at the other figures as well. So Ella Pandora with Pickles Summer version for 33,000 yen. That's coming out in July 2025. Again, the sculpting looks fine and the paintwork job looks fine, looks pretty good. But it's an unknown manufacturer and for a high price. We've got Alba Nox as well, 1/7, 29,700 yen. I think overall this one's a bit simpler, with it being more blacks and reds or oranges, should I say. This one's a bit simpler, so a bit of a cheaper price. Sculpting looks pretty good overall. It's July 2025. Luca Kanesho 1/7, 29,700 yen. Sculpting looks fine, colouring looks fine. Price might still be a little bit high for 1/7. That's July 2025. Enna Alaret 1/7, 34,100 yen. July 2025. This one looks a bit better with all the sort of extra wings and bits going on based on the VTuber's design. And there's a lot more depth going on with different colours, but again, very expensive, I think, for what you're getting. 1/6 scale pre-painted figure Rent-A-Girlfriend Mizuha Chizuru by Hakori Musume for 22,700 yen, December 2024. I think we've seen something very similar to this one already being released of Chizuru as well. So I think this is just another manufacturer taking on the beat, or this is a re-release. I can't exactly remember. But it's a Rent-A-Girlfriend figure. Some people like a Rent-A-Girlfriend, some people don't. Overall, I like the fact you're getting obviously a lot of it. You're getting obviously a lot of extra with the base, which is adding a lot to it as well, I think. So the price is definitely justified. You're getting a lot for your money, I think, for this figure. So if you do like Chizuru, then this is probably one of the better value Chizuru figures to get. Blue Archive Mika, Call of the Stars on 7th by Good Smile Company for 24,800 yen. This one, July 2025 release. Bit of a concern with this one where she's only being supported by the crescent moon underneath her. So I think there's going to be a risk of leaning depending on how well reinforced that connection point is. at the top of the moon and the rest of, you know, the skirt point. There's a lot of weight leaning potentially forward. That will be my risk. But apart from that, I think the price is probably about justified for how intricate the figure is and how much plastic you're getting for this figure. And it's Good Smile company, so it's fine. Artifacts J, Devil May Cry 5, Nero 1/8 by Kotobukiya for 27,690 yen, February 25. Very expensive, but the sculpting on this one is definitely a step above a lot of other Kotobukiya figures. Based on the game, obviously, game art of Devil May Cry 5. So you've got higher resolutions that they based it off of compared to anime. So that makes sense for that. They put more effort into this a game character design than an actual anime figure. Yeah, there's a lot more detailing in the outfit and whatnot that they've got going on here, with interchangeable arms as well for this one, for Nero. And you also got Dante as well for 25,600 yen, January 25. Both these are very good looking figures. If you're a massive Devil May Cry fan, definitely worth getting a hold of. I think both of these are really good. I probably would say Dante over Nero, since Nero is obviously a newer character into the IP. Nier Automata, we've got 9S 1/7 by Aniplex for 18,000 yen. So these ones obviously a lot more simpler compared to the 9S we looked at earlier. It's just standing on a box standard base, it seems like. Sculpting looks pretty basic, and then we've also got there's a deluxe version, which that's a bit more suited for 25,000 yen. So if I was to get, I'd get the deluxe one really. I think the extra base and his robot companion are worth paying the extra price for overall, especially on your display. And looks like you can get 2B as well, which would join her. I think we covered her before as pre-order. Tea Time Cutscene, Meow Town Bread House, Clerk and Customer set complete, 19,430 yen. This is a much more expensive version of the, much more expensive compared to the previous Tea Time Cat figures we've looked at, which have been very inexpensive and very cheap, but they're like little, so these are obviously non-scale. But this looks like you're getting 2 cats and a lot of extra props. So I think a lot of people who have invested into the Tea Time Cat figures in the past, this will be an auto buy for them, just to expand the display, at least with these Tea Time Cats on the shelving, and give them a lot of extra accessories and finesse how they want to display these figures. That's April 2025. Tomoko Minato by Kaitendo for 22,570 yen. Yeah, not much to say. I think a bit expensive, really. Fate Khalid Linear Prisma by Silver Link. Never heard of this manufacturer, for 20,690 yen. March 2025 release. Sculpting looks pretty good. Painting looks pretty good. 1/7 scale looks fine. Yeah, March 2025. Nothing much really extra to say there. To Love Ru Darkness, Lala Saitalin Deviluke, made version by Alta for 16,510 yen. Very nice looking figure. Alta seal approval, so I've got no qualms here about QC. I like made outfits. Yeah, very good looking figure, I think, overall, and a good price. March 2025. Darkstalkers, Bishojo Lilith, limited edition, 1/7 by Kotobukiya for 16,500 yen. Already pre-orders are closed, which makes sense. Darkstalkers, very popular IP. I can definitely understand why this one was an auto buy. So I'd add this to your bookmarks and wait for this to come out in July, or July this month actually, so late July. So I'll be keeping an eye on refreshing this, just to see if when she gets released, if you could actually nab her. Lucria 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, Lily by Mega House for 22,000 yen, December 2024. Pretty simple design figure. Looks like a Cupid-esque in a sort of nurse outfit thing going on. Fine. Price is probably a bit high though, because a very simple paint job. It's not super high into the shading with this one, very glossy. Cowboy Bebop, second gig, Spike Spiegel, by Mega House for 30,800 yen. December 2024. This is a very nice looking one. Obviously, a recreation of a very iconic scene from the anime. If you've not watched Cowboy Bebop, then you should. I recommend watching it. Shading on this looks amazing. The sculpting looks amazing. The whole presence of this figure looks very well done. Love it a lot. Definitely worth getting if you really like Cowboy Bebop, and I think the price is where it should be for this figure. I reckon this will probably go up in the aftermarket really once this sells out. Precious Gem GM series rebuild of Evangelian, Nagisa 15th anniversary reproduction, Mega House for 24,200 yen, December 2024. Yeah, I like the sculpting on this one. Base, I like the red see-through acrylic blood effects. The wings look really nice as well on this one, being semi-translucent at the tips. I like this one a lot overall. I haven't seen the later Evangelion movies, so I actually don't know this character, but it looks really good overall. Presence looks amazing, and I think potentially worth getting a hold of if you're really into Evangelion. Dr. ISA 1/6 Eclipse Collectibles, 16,110 yen, January 2025. Just sort of a naughty nurse looking thing. I like it a lot. I wish it was cast off, but I can understand why they haven't cast off it. But I like the overall sculpting. Yep, very well equipped. And yeah, the overall sign, very simple, just seductive nurse or doctor aesthetic going on. 1/6 scale as well, is a nice scale. 16,000 yen might be a bit high for how simple the figure is, but yeah, and it's not from a manufacturer I'm not very familiar with. Looks good overall, but probably not 16,000 yen. And lastly, Plasma and Slime regular edition for 1/6, 20,850 yen, December 2024. Non-cast offable figure, sort of a succubus, with slime going on over her. Yep, looks fine. Paint job looks pretty simple, but the sculpting looks good overall. I think if you by Limland, never heard of this manufacturer, so maybe give this one a miss. I think overall looks good. The slime, the way they've done the slime drooping on her hand and whatnot, looks really well done and sculpted. So apart from that, I think they've done a very good job overall. I think the price is fine for this sort of figure, but yeah, I'm not too keen on this figure. Yeah, and it looks like there is a special edition which we'll go and have a look at. Although it does say 18 plus. So that is a yes. So that's, I won't include this in the links. So the special set one is cast offable. That one might be worth it. 26,190 yen. That one's a bit more appealing, I think, for people like me who like cast offable figures. December 2024. That does it for this week of our AMIAMI figure pre-order roundup. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in another video. Thank you very much.